Good morning and welcome to News First Prime Time Sunrise.
Hello there, very good morning and welcome to News First Prime Time Sunrise with me, Shane Silva. Let's start off with a look at your headlines. Landslide warning issued to the Kegol district with a continuation of heavy rains. 2 killed in accident in Kaudupalalla in Mahawela. And Portuguese Navy rescues 182 African migrants. On to your stories in detail. Now, a landslide warning has been issued to the Kegol district in the wake of the heavy rains experienced in that area. The National Building Research Organization issued the 24-hour warning at 8:30 p.m. yesterday.
A communique issued by the NBRO notes that the Aranayaka, Bulatko, Pitia, Deyo, Vita, Deraniyakala, Galigamuwa, Kekol, Mavanella, Ramukkana, Ravanella, Varakapola and the Yatiyantodu Divisional Secretariats contain a high risk of landslides. In the meantime, the landslide that occurred in the Pitia area along the Kandy-Colombo Road continues to disrupt vehicular movement in the area. The police media unit stated that an alternative route to Kegol, which starts from the Pitia junction, has been blocked as a result. The police has requested motorists to use the main Kandy-Colombo route in order to avoid any inconvenience. Meanwhile, several areas in Vaunia and Kilinochchi have been inundated due to the prevailing weather conditions. Our correspondent stated that 17 families have been relocated as a result.
The break-in at the Colombo National Museum continues to be a topic of discussion amongst the general public. Now, speaking to us earlier on this morning in this regard, SSP Ajit Rohana said that the fingerprints of 74 persons who work at the museum are currently being examined. He added that security has been strengthened in the meantime at the museum. SSP Rohana added that the break-in took place due to the absence of CCTV cameras, and he noted that the CCTV cameras were not in place due to maintenance activities that were taking place there. In the meantime, the Department of Animal Production and Health says that the hoof and mouth disease is spreading rapidly in the Matara and Hambantota districts. Speaking to News First earlier on this morning, the Director General of the Department, Kumar De Silva, stated that the recent rise was seen in cows and domesticated buffaloes. He added that the owners of these animals should exercise extreme caution when introducing new animals to their herds, as well as when transporting these animals from one location to another. The Director General also advised the owners of animals to notify the relevant government veterinary office in the event they have any sick animals. Now, as mentioned in your headlines this morning, 2 persons have died in an accident that took place in the Kaudupalalla area in Mahawela along the Kandy-Jaffna Road.
The police stated that the incident took place when a lorry and a 3-wheeler collided head-on. A father, mother and son who were travelling in the 3-wheeler were severely injured in the accident and were admitted to the Matale hospital. The father and son had succumbed to their injuries upon admission. The driver of the lorry has been taken into police custody and will be produced before court today.
According to the Irrigation Department, the water levels of 73 reservoirs belonging to the department has risen up to 51%. News First contacted the Director of the Water Management Unit of the department, Janaki Megastana, in this regard.
Moment the irrigation department reservoir situation is very good. Now water level is up to the 51% of all the tanks. Some districts, especially Anuradhapura, Patiklo and Kurunegala district, tanks started to spill. Especially I have to mention that Rajangana reservoir, we opened the 12 gates by 6 street. Now we released 16,000 cusecs to the Kalavoya. Irrigation department requested to downstream users to pay their attention when they use the Kalavoya. I think Kurunegala district also has a lot of tanks filling, especially MIUI system. We are expecting that all the reservoirs will start to fill within next week. Then the cultivation also in very good situation now. We already started 100% cultivation during this Maha season. We expected to save that water for the next season also.
In other local news, a function to distribute motorbikes to public servants of the North Central Province was held yesterday under the auspices of the Minister of Special Projects and Deputy Minister of Economic Development, S.M. Chandrasena.
The event, which was held at the Salgadu grounds in Anuradhapura, saw the participation of the Chief Minister of the North Central Province, Ranjit Samarakon, Minister of Child Development and Women's Affairs, Tissa Kiriyalla, and a number of public servants of the North Central Province. 1,300 public servants of the North Central Province were present at this occasion. When we speak to the heads of certain government institutions, they say that the attendance of employees is better than before after we started distributing motorbikes. You must render your services more efficiently to the public after receiving these bikes. We have constructed roads and we've given you vehicles to use on these roads.
The opening of the Hakmana Water Distribution Project and the opening of the Hakmana Sri Lanka Freedom Party office took place yesterday. The events took place under the auspices of Investment Promotion Minister Lakshman Yapa Abewardena.
The water distribution project was completed at a cost of 360 million rupees and will provide water to 12,000 families in the area. Minister of Water Supply and Drainage Dinesh Gunawardena also participated at this event. We too have a common expectation. Our common expectation is the President Mahinda Rajapaksa. He is not the common candidate but the common expectation.
Saudi Arabia set the stage for more bloodletting on oil markets after blocking calls from poorer members of the OPEC oil exporter group for output cuts to arrest a slide in crude prices. In the meantime, benchmark Brent crude oil plunged more than $6 a barrel on fears that the global oversupply will build up in the coming months.
At its Vienna meeting, OPEC agreed to keep the group's output ceiling unchanged.
Recording its concern over the rapid decline in oil prices in recent months, the conference concurred that stable oil prices at a level which didn't affect global economic growth, but which at the same time allowed producers to receive a decent income and to invest to meet future demand, were vital for world economic well-being. Accordingly, in the interest of restoring market equilibrium, the conference decided to maintain the production level of 30 million barrels a day as was agreed in December 2011.
The outcome effectively means a battle for market share between OPEC and non-OPEC countries as a boom in US shale oil production and weaker economic growth in China and Europe have already sent crude prices down about a third since June.
4 years or 4 years and a half we have a very decent price, so now price decline. That does not mean that we should really, rush and do something. We have to wait and see how the market will settle. As I said many times to you, that we don't want to panic. I mean it. And also we don't want. We want to see the market, how the market behaves, because the decline of the price does not reflect the fundamental change. This is true as far as we see it here in OPEC. We talk to the Russian about, we compare our numbers, we compare our outlooks, medium and long term. Other than that, we don't have any cooperation.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's now take a look at your sports news for this morning. The captain of the Australia Rugby Union team playing in Europe said their thoughts are with the friends and family of cricketer Philip Hughes, who died in Sydney after being hit on the neck by a ball.
You know, it's news that you never want to wake up to, and I know all of us waking up this morning checking their phones is obviously very well publicised, and people sending out their thoughts and messages. You know, for us as a team, it was pretty sombre mood when you're talking about it as a group, especially because we play in a sport that you don't see these things happen, and we all love our cricket, see these guys play, and really a lot of guys have met the cricketers and have some good feelings towards them. So our thoughts and all our messages go back to him and his family, and the cricket team back home to pull strong, especially coming into what's a really big season back home for them. So I mean, for us to see that, it's tough, and this weekend we'll be showing our messages hopefully strongly.
England Rugby Union head coach Stuart Lancaster also said yesterday that the squad was deeply saddened and shocked to hear the death of the Australian cricketer.
Obviously, we were all deeply saddened and shocked this morning to hear the news, and on behalf of England Rugby, we'd like to pass on, let's say, our condolences to his family and friends, and obviously the Australian team.
And that's a look at this edition of News First Primetime Sunrise. It is a pleasure having you with us, and hope you have a great day ahead.
Hotline 0114 896 896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.